actually going to do the clap clap.
Clap, clap!
Hey folks, it's us again, and
Okay.
hey folks, it's us again. As you can see, we haven't got the hang of it yet. So today, yes, finally, we are in the Proton X70 all-wheel drive.
Yep.
This is the one that you can get all-wheel drive, and surprisingly, just like a Honda CR-V, you buy the top of the line, you only get a two-wheel drive. Ooh, R8! And so, if you want four-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, you have to get the one rung below. Con has been driving this for a while now. And
No, actually, I just drove it. I just picked it up today. Yeah, Bobby drove it just the whole of yesterday.
Sorry, in case you can't see. There we go. There's my buddy.
Yesterday.
And there's Con. So yeah, okay, he's had it since yesterday.
Yeah.
And one of the first things I asked him just now when he got to my house was, how do you tell the exterior of a four-wheel drive, all-wheel drive X70 from the premium two-wheel drive X70? And the first thing is actually the wheels, right, Con?
Yep, the wheels. The executive model, alright, has 18-inch wheels.
Okay.
The premium has 19-inch multi-spoke wheels.
19-inch multi-spoke, and this one has got the 18s, right?
Yeah, and you feel it when you drive, because this car immediately I feel it is more comfortable.
Wow.
And the pickup also seems a bit more eager than what I
Really?
recall. Yeah.
I would not have expected that because of all-wheel drive. You would lose. But then again, it's a torque-on-demand system, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, inside you see the leather. This is black, and the premium gets brown Napa leather.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And the sunroof as well.
Sunroof, yes.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
So okay, the premium two-wheel drive gets the sunroof.
Yeah.
This executive, right?
Yeah.
Executive four-wheel drive doesn't get the sunroof. It doesn't get the brown Napa leather, but it's still leather.
Yeah.
It's still leather.
But
It's quite nice.
the biggest
Smooth,
difference,
nice leather.
Yeah.
the biggest difference is the premium model gets the auto braking, adaptive cruise control, which this one does not get.
But you still get GKUI, right?
Yeah,
so we
you
can
still get the high proton
thing. Yeah. Okay, good. It didn't activate. The other day I was driving the A250, and I finally found out that the key word to activate it is Mercedes.
Yeah.
So every time I talked about a Mercedes and I said Mercedes, how can I help you? Gertrude came online. I named her Gertrude.
Actually, you don't even need the hey in front, right?
No, you can just say Mercedes and how can I help you? She'll come on. So
Let's try this one. Proton,
no, didn't work.
high proton. Got it. Yeah.
Yep. There we go.
Cancel.
Yeah, so the keyword to stop all this is not exit, it's not go away, it's not please shut up, it's cancel.
Yeah.
Hi, Bobby. Bobby's playing with his new toy over there.
I notice you can't open windows with this, right?
What, from the back? I think it's got
Using the high proton.
Yeah. But funnily enough,
Are you able to?
Well, just now I tried. It couldn't.
It couldn't, right?
Couldn't,
but
yeah.
by right, the car should be able to. I think
That's
they just
right.
disabled it.
Yeah.
Is there a child lock thing?
Because
That could be because of safety.
No. Using high proton.
Yeah, because the key could also say high proton, right?
True.
So maybe. Oh, yellow light.
Yeah. See.
Alright. So, oh shit.
You see? You said
Land
Kids, right? It's
Cruiser.
playing Kids by One Republic just now.
Nothing found.
Yeah.
Please tell me your destination. Exit. Cancel. Cancel.
Why is it not making sound? It's quiet.
Oh, I think because I mute the.
Oh, you mute
I
it.
mute the thing so it doesn't
Right.
touch our recording.
Okay, so Proton X70. Con, if you don't mind, can I just say something?
Please.
This is the best Proton yet. Really.
Yeah.
In 30 what? How many years? 35 years
Yeah.
1985
Yeah.
till now. This so far is the best Proton I have driven in terms of not just drivability, but in terms of fit and finish, build quality. I swear,
you don't.
Geely is the best thing that's ever happened to Proton.
Is this the first fully imported proton?
No, actually not.
Which one is the fully imported one?
The
Lancer?
Juara. There was the Juara. The
Juara?
Was the
Local
Juara?
assembly, what? All those?
Local assembly. No.
Juara was the first Proton with electric power steering, by the way.
Oh, and
Yeah.
the only
Hey,
Proton,
sorry, no, that was the Juara. Yeah.
and
Arena
the
was
only Proton that is rear-wheel drive.
was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
What, the Jora?
Yeah.
Oh, it's rear-wheel
We're
drive.
doing Proton trivia now.
Yeah.
So is this the first fully imported proton?
Well, I've heard that the first batch of Perdana of the Perdana was fully imported.
Really? Are you sure?
I'm not. I dare not put my mind on it, but that's what I heard.
Just badge
Yeah.
engineering, yeah. I heard
But we
that-
see
I heard
someone
that as
leak
well.
the picture of the the local assembler X70
Yep,
out, right?
yep.
Yeah, that's true.
The body.
Yeah.
So it's
So-
coming lah.
Anyway,
Well,
back to what I said, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Is this the best Proton that Proton has ever built, ever made, ever introduced?
I mean, this is definitely the first Proton that holds its own against its segment rivals on an equal footing.
There we go.
I mean, simply put, right, if this car were to be sold on price parity with the CRV or the CX-5, I'm sure it still wouldn't do too bad. Wouldn't be as well as what it's doing now,
I think
but
so as well.
it wouldn't be doing too bad.
Bobby, what do you think?
Yeah, of course. I mean, this is a great car.
You look very comfortable back there.
Yeah, because it's pretty spacious.
Yeah.
And Con is not as tall as Chris Wee.
Hey, I'm pretty comfortable here, and I think you would still have a lot of space
Yes,
back
yes,
there.
there's a lot of room.
Yeah. You got rear aircon vents, you got 2 USB
The
ports.
bench could do with 1-2 inch more lah.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But other than that, I have no complaints about this car.
You know, one of the tricks that car manufacturers have made in the last few years to increase the amount of interior room is to shorten the seat. Have you noticed?
Yeah.
And then you get less thigh support if you're sitting on it, but you get a lot more leg left.
The previous
Leg
Persona,
room.
the previous gen Persona was.
Con.
Yep.
Temperature 21, please.
Oh my goodness.
Set-
24!
Hi Proton. Set temperature 21 degrees.
Oh, it-
Ah! So as a rear passenger, I can do that lah.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm sure you can.
Hi Proton! Set temperature to 18 degrees.
Done.
Done deal.
So you don't have to trouble the driver to go and fiddle the.
So that means
Yeah.
I can have a quarrel with Con,
Yeah.
and I do not want to talk to him,
You can talk to
but
the car.
but I can still adjust the aircon
Yes.
without requesting him to do
I
it.
got a request. Hi Proton.
You know?
Hi Proton.
So,
Turn down the blower.
oh really? Oh, okay.
Blower down. Blow me.
So if you
Conditioning was turned off.
oh nice.
I said blow me and she turned it down.
Okay.
Wow.
she turned down. You asked her to blow you, but she turned you down. Okay.
That wouldn't be the first time in my life.
So this is the kind of car where if you quarrel with your boyfriend, both of you are quiet in the car,
Did you have to say boyfriend?
Oh.
Did she have said girlfriend?
or girlfriend or whatever, and then boyfriend. Okay, the girl quarrel with the guy, and then quiet in the car, and then the girl can say, "Hi Proton, play Lily Allen, fuck you," without saying a word, you know. Yeah, that would be brilliant. Yeah.
Okay, gotta say this is very nice though.
Yeah.
This is very, very nice. I was sitting behind earlier when we were on the way to pick up Bobby, and it was pretty comfortable back there. Yeah, it was. Bobby looks very comfortable back there. Not getting motion sickness or anything, looking through your small viewfinder of your Sony 4K thingy.
I need more aircon.
Okay, let me turn up the blower.
Ah.
Let me do it manually lah.
Yeah,
So we can
okay.
talk about the car instead. Yes, you can still do all these things manually, but you can also talk to the car and ask the car to do it for you.
Yep.
Yep. Cool. Con, you own a Persona and a Waja, don't you?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
How do you feel as an owner?
Well, definitely right. When you talk about build quality, refinement, this Proton is leagues ahead of what I have at home. The only aspect of the old Proton which I probably would still miss is the dynamics, because like it or not, this is still a more comfort-oriented chassis setup than it is with my Waja. Yeah.
Okay, alright.
But that being said, this is still a very, very competent setup. I mean, those of you guys, if you have watched Bobby's Genting run earlier in the premium two-wheel drive, you would see that the X70's chassis is actually a very competent chassis.
Nice.
Yeah, it just doesn't have that sporty direct feel that you know, that generation of Protons that began with the Waja had.
Yeah. I just recently test drove a previous generation Iris and it still handled beautifully.
Yes.
Oh my god, the handling of that. Bobby, if you ever owned a Proton, sorry to ask,
Yep.
which one was it
Which one will it be?
No, which one was it that
you owned before?
I had a Saga,
The first generation Saga?
the Magma engine.
Oh, 8 valve or 12 valve?
I do not know.
No, that would be the 12 because the 8 valve was the Orion engine.
No, they also had a Magma 8 valve.
There was a Magma 8 valve? Okay, I remember
Yeah.
the first engines for the Saga were the Orion engines.
Yep.
Then it came Magma, then Mega Valve.
Yep.
Yeah, I had the Mega Valve.
Mine is the 1.5
1.5, there was 1.3 as well.
1.5 Saga manual
Yeah.
Magma engine.
You know those cars are still running?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
now that was what, 3 decades, more than 3 decades already, right?
Those are the kind of cars, right? As teenagers, your car can break down, and you can call your father,
Yeah.
and then he will come and you know what he does in front, and then the car will start running again.
Yeah.
That is the era, you know,
Nobody knows the car.
where
like
old
that.
people can fix cars. But
This is-
now, your father will be like, "You call me for what?
For insurance ma.
Call your insurance lah.
Call your insurance lah,
Yeah.
call your tow truck lah.
Take a Grab home lah."
Call your friend lor.
Yeah.
You guys want to know how many
Speaking of
Protons?
which, right? Sorry. Yesterday I
Yeah.
helped one guy. His Iswara broke down,
Yeah.
and he was at a slope,
Yeah.
right? And his front is pointing towards the gantry when I'm coming out from the supermarket. So I come down and help him push his car lah.
Right.
But it was a slope.
Alright.
But just two of us. Then one Malay guy came off his motorcycle.
You
So-
see, bikers always help, you know.
Yeah.
Be nice to bikers. And
So
then-
both of us push. I was like, oh, thank God it's a Iswara, you know. That car is like what, 800, 900
Yeah.
kilo?
Nice.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah, we're able to
Yeah.
push the car up a slope to
Yeah.
let it roll back down.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a
if it
blessing.
was Cons E39, forget it.
Another thing I noticed at the back here, guys, this is
Yeah.
a 4-wheel drive, right?
Yeah.
There's no tunnel.
Yeah.
It's
Flat
so
floor.
freaking-
I need
It's
to
flat.
see its undercarriage.
But you see, the thing is that, right, they would...
But I'm not sure, like, some brands don't allow us to film the undercarriage. I need
So
to...
the weather today is really nice. folks.
You see, hey, Bobby,
Yeah?
wouldn't the floorboard be the same for 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive?
By right, it should.
It should, right?
I think it would be. I don't think they would make a
They would,
separate
they
floorboard.
would, it wouldn't make sense to...
Yeah.
But I'm very surprised because you don't see a Cayenne not having a tunnel, right? Or
Right.
an XC90 or whatever. But
And
this one doesn't.
And,
Yeah.
and your rear drive shaft, however is it still takes up that space.
Yeah,
Yeah, it would. It definitely would. Yeah.
that's interesting.
That's very interesting.
There's a lot of room here, really. I feel so spacious at the back here.
So back to the Proton thing. Do you guys know that I've owned 8 Protons?
8.
8 in my whole life. I've owned 8 Protons, and through the progression, through the years of owning a Proton, my very first was the Mega Valve, which I mentioned just now.
Yeah.
Alright.
1.3 Mega Valve.
Yeah.
And then the 1.5 Iswara came out, and I thought, hey, you know what? I'm gonna upgrade myself to the 1.5 Iswara. Unfortunately, it was more like a downgrade because by then a lot more local content had been put into the car.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the rubber mats were half the thickness of my Mega Valve. Yes, the car felt a lot cheaper than my Mega Valve, and I really regretted selling the Mega Valve for the that's where I see the downfall of Proton happened.
Yeah.
When they started getting more and more local content into the cars, and there's nothing wrong with local content. We should support Malaysian industry, but unfortunately, some of the stuff that they were getting was just ridiculous. I remember my even the wing mirrors on my Mega Valve, they were perfect, beautiful. It looked imported. On the Iswara, I could see the mold lines. You know those FX models when you peel off to go and fix, right?
Yeah.
You can see the mold lines.
Ayuh.
Yes. That's how bad it was. But the thing that really pissed me off was the mats. I got really nice rubber mats in my Mega Valve, which
Yeah.
lasted the entire time I had the car.
Yeah.
The ones in the Iswara lasted about 3 months before they got holes.
You should have swapped the mats before you sold.
I should have swapped a lot of things before I sold them. But in terms of progression, this car, we should have had it 10 years ago. The way this car is built, this way this X70 is made, we should have had it 10 years ago. And I still believe that the partnership with Geely is the best thing that's ever happened to Proton. Yes, there are some people out there lamenting about the fact that, oh, it's no more national, it's not Malaysian anymore. No, it still is. This is just a partnership.
But you see, you also have to think of it. What the reality is that, right? Proton is a business. It should be run like a business.
Exactly.
All your national, pride, all, it should be secondary to being able to keep that business running. Because if that business goes belly up, your pride goes along with it.
Exactly.
Understand?
Yeah.
MAS? Understand? MAS?
Yeah.
Understand? You're next, huh?
It's better to still have the brand in Malaysia
Yeah.
than for it to not be around at all. Whose phone was that? We've
Oh,
supposed
that
to put
was-
our phones on silence.
That's mine. Alright, sorry.
It's okay, it's okay.
And I'm very happy that after the X70 launch, the sales of their other cars go up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that shows
Yeah.
consumers immediately regain back the confidence
Yes.
from
And
the brand.
I'm actually amazed it took such a short time to
Yeah.
regain back that confidence.
was-
which means there is love for the brand there, you know.
I
There
think,
is love for
I
the
think
brand.
all of us,
Yep.
were at the press con
Yep.
where I think I asked that question, Mr. Lee. I said, "Yo, I love this, man. I love
Yeah.
this. The way they play with the cameras.
Yeah.
The moment the proximity sensor sensed something too close.
So what it does is when you go into reverse, okay, on your right side of the screen, it will show the 360.
Yeah, the 360
On the
flat
left,
thing, yeah.
it will show your reverse camera.
Mm.
And then halfway reversing, when you're doing a 3-point turn, right, you will shift back into front, right? Drive, right?
Yeah.
And then the front camera will come up and your 360 is still there.
Yeah.
It's a very clever way of implementing where you're looking at,
Yeah.
changing the screens.
Yeah,
Anyway,
exactly.
then I asked Dr. Lee, I said, Proton has trouble selling 70k cars now. What makes you think that you can sell a 120,000 car? How would you build your brand to be able to sell a 120,000 car? Then he immediately answered me, this car will build my brand.
Yeah.
Next question. Wow! I tell you.
And I think at that time, right, one of the opinions that I stated was
Yep.
that why did Proton jump so high to the 120k price bracket?
Yeah.
Why not
I remember you said that.
go into the B segment, the HRV bracket?
Yeah.
Start small, start humble,
Yeah.
and then the X70 will come in as a logical progression. But clearly, what has happened is that the audacity of that move has brought in new fans to the Proton brand, new consumers to the Proton brand. Like the day people are telling us, they were seeing Alphard, Wellfires, 5 Series, E classes, all parking in Proton showrooms,
Yep.
Yep. There you go.
So
There you go.
rich people were looking at Proton
Yep.
for the first time in a long, long time.
Very,
Yeah.
very long time. What were the expensive cars they had before this?
Yeah.
Banana was the most expensive, right?
Yep.
And the Wajah Chancellor.
Yes.
Oh my God.
38,000, I remember.
That was a very
Satya Neo R3.
curious product. Oh yeah,
That
the
was-
Lotus edition.
The Lotus edition.
Lotus edition.
Yeah. So they have dabbled in expensive cars. It's not like they've never done it before.
Yeah.
But this is an expensive car for the masses. And if you think about it, this car is going head to head with the likes of some very, very established players.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
people like the Honda CRVs,
CX-5.
CX-5.
Yep.
And it's comparable.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the best thing about it. It's comparable. Despite the price, it is still comparable. They've equipped it very nicely. Fit and finish is good.
Yeah. And one of the points that I made when I first saw this car during the first media preview, I was thinking, shit, they could have cut costs here. Why didn't they?
Got cost in what?
In some, there were some corners which,
okay,
you know, which consumers wouldn't see one.
Right.
They could have cut costs at that area.
Yes.
They could have gotten away with it, but
no.
they didn't.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. I remember one of the things about the Wajah when it first came out.
Yeah.
I did complain about a few things.
Yeah.
And the then CEO Tunku Mahalil actually called me into his office and said, okay, now you tell me face to face, what are your problems with this car?
Yeah.
And I went through the whole list. One of them was like when you open the fuel filler cap,
Yeah.
the edges of the inside are sharp.
Yeah.
Because it looks smooth on the outside,
Yeah.
but on the inside it was sharp.
Mhm.
So I was like, couldn't you have just sanded it down?
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
Things
yeah.
like that.
Yep.
But those could have been pre-production cars that you saw at the time.
No, those were the cars that were being sold.
Oh my god.
I know why, because I actually got one and my dad is using it now.
Ah.
The last Proton I owned is the Wajah.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
the worst Proton ever built?
I think for me,
that's an easy one.
Con, you first.
The
Then-
Tiara.
that wasn't a Proton. That was a Citroen AX.
Yeah.
A Proton.
Yeah.
To me,
Yeah.
the Gen 2.
Yes, I would agree. That is the worst one.
It was really, really horribly put together. I think
Design is nice.
the design is nice.
Looks good, that car.
It looks good on paper.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
design looked very good on paper,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
then when they executed it,
Yep.
oh my god, it was plastic fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and then there were leaks in the roof. So, just really, really bad problems in that car. That car was one of the downfalls of
Broken door handles.
broken door handles. handles that could not open the door from the inside. Now that's dangerous.
Yeah.
That is absolutely dangerous because it was so cheaply made that after a while it just snaps.
Yeah.
And then you can't open the door from the inside.
That's
And
what
those-
you get lah when
and-
you have friends who are suppliers.
And those were the problems that
Yeah.
caused many Malaysians to get fed up and
Very
actually
much so.
swore off Proton
Very
for
much so.
example.
And there are still people who have sworn off Protons.
Yeah.
I'm getting comments on some of my videos. No more Protons for me. Despite the fact that how nice this car is, they are so wounded and hurt
Yeah.
by the previous experiences that they had. They've sworn it off.
Yeah. And
crap.
honestly, you can't blame them.
No, I don't blame them at all.
Yeah.
I had 8. Each one of them had its own nice set of problems coming in. Actually, the only one I didn't have a single problem with was my Satria GTI. The last new car I ever bought was a Proton Satria GTI in 1998. It was the last new car I bought. It was brilliant. To me, it's still one of the best cars that Proton has ever made in the past.
So why do you part ways with it?
I parted ways with it because it's a sad story. I
Don't-
fell in love with Alfa Romeos.
Oh, I thought it was the typical Satria GTI sad story, you know, the one where the car got stolen.
Oh, those are still getting stolen, by the way.
Oh yeah.
If you have a Satria GTI, lock it up well. I mean, seriously, lock it up
and you
well.
can't use it as a daily driver.
You can't simply go and park it anywhere because the sum of the car's parts, I have no idea what Bobby's doing at the back. I don't even want to look. But
Trying
he's very busy.
hook
The sum of those parts in that car are worth more than the whole car.
Apparently, it's very common for the badges to kena kopek for stuff.
Oh, easily. And it's easy to cope at those badges because it's just double-sided tape. I mean, strong double-sided tape. But you know the Tuned by Lotus badge?
Yeah.
Wow. That I was very lucky that the only thing that got nicked on my Satria GTI was the bee-sting antenna. You can actually unscrew it.
So you see, the thing about being a Satria GTI owner, right, is that it's about how few things were nicked from your car.
Yeah. Hey, absolutely. I mean, if you're lucky, it's just things getting nicked.
Yeah.
If you're not, it's the whole car gone.
Oh yes.
And it still happens. Till this day, it still happens.
Yeah, it's scary.
That's how good the car is. That's how you know how good the car is. If people still want to steal it.
Yeah.
What you doing? You okay?
I was trying to look for the buckle went
the
in.
secondary buckle.
Yeah.
Okay.
The buckle was under the seats.
Hmm.
Okay, the middle row,
How is it?
it bulges up the back, so
You getting a back massage?
not
Too much
not for
lumbar.
long
Too
distance.
much
Extra lumbar support.
Yeah, too much.
Yeah.
Too much.
Nice. Where the hell are we? We just.
Jalan Puchong.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Jalan Puchong. The roads are not so great, right? But I didn't feel it.
Right.
Pretty nice.
Yeah. Bobby, you drove this whole of yesterday, right?
HP.
HP. So you were sitting in the car lah.
Morning, I went somewhere with HP. I forgot where we
That
went.
was a bad pothole.
Then I passed him the car
Yeah.
for him to pick up fan.
Oh.
Yeah, but I did drive this for a while. I noticed one thing. The left foot. I mean, after spending longer time with it, right? I'm trying to imagine myself going long distance in this, like super enduro or something, right? You notice the footrest is very, very high. The left footrest.
The left.
Yeah.
Oh, the footrest.
right?
Okay.
Is perched pretty high up compared to the depth of the footwell.
Yeah.
And the other thing would be, I hope the telescopic steering can telescope a bit more.
Let's check it out.
Yeah.
That's the max.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's only
Oh.
about like 4 inches of travel.
Yep.
I was expecting it to come out a bit more.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I think that's about it. It's just the driving position. But granted, this is not a big car. Big cars, not smaller cars, you can't expect the kind of driving position that you get in a big car.
Right.
Yeah, the more laid back type. Yeah, the best seat adjustment I've had, Ford Mondeo.
Oh, the
Holy, that seat, right? You can adjust until like space shuttle launching like that.
You're talking about the current Mondeo or the previous Mondeo?
The one I drove was the current Mondeo lah.
Oh, okay.
The current
The one
Mondeo.
with the bigger grill, right? The one with the big.
I hope they didn't change the seats throughout. But
So
I
sad.
remember when I drove that car, I'm able to adjust the seat right to almost like this angle. So I like yeah.
I miss the Mondeo. Not the current generation or the one that the last one that
The
SD
dual
is
clutch
using.
one, right?
Yeah, previous one.
Oh.
The one with the slightly sharper front.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was a sleeper and a half. Anybody who owns that model, you're so lucky because that car is
That is the car you can use to hunt down 328s.
easily.
Hunt down a BMW
It is
F13
so
328.
quick, that engine. Oh, it would, and that raw feeling, you know. The new one is very plush, very nice,
Yeah,
very composed.
Yeah.
It's the model that Daniel Craig used in one of the 007 movies.
No,
I
that
think.
was wasn't that the...
Oh, that was the previous one, wasn't it?
one?
Yeah, that was the previous one. That's the one. That's the one. The one that Daniel Craig used in Casino Royale.
Very underrated, but very lovely to drive car.
Fantastic.
I think it's the suspension, right?
Yeah.
That gives it
it
that
is
kind
so
of
nice.
you dare to plow
Yeah.
the car,
Plow and
whatever
just
roads.
push it.
Yeah.
It would just soak it up, and after every corner, it's like, car is saying, is that all you got?
And that day, last week,
Yeah.
I get to drive the Ford Focus RS.
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
god!
The guy who turned on a
Prakash.
911. He turned on a 911 for a
Yep,
Ford Focus RS.
yep,
Unbelievable.
yep. And I can
Amazing.
tell you the suspension is pliant, but it's very exciting to drive.
Yeah.
See, the Civic Type R is pliant,
Yeah.
but it loses some manic in it, right? The way when you hop up the car, when you
Yeah.
drive it, you're like, I wish the car is a little bit crazier, like the FD2,
Yeah.
FD2R.
Mm.
Yeah.
But the Ford Focus RS, right, is pliant and crazy at the same time. Oh, that's nice.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Two very important aspects to have in any hot car: pliant and crazy.
Because you need that pliance to be able to go crazy in any road.
Yeah.
Yep.
Plus, it's not
Yeah.
that you're just going to use it on the track all the time. So
Yeah.
you need a little bit of.
If the suspension is hard, right, you don't dare to whack it, right? You're just like,
Because you have that fear that your car will bounce off.
Yep.
Oh, hello.
That is
Hello.
oh,
a car that needs a bit of work.
A little bit, but still running.
Yeah.
That was the E30, by the way.
yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So how does it drive?
Enjoying it?
Well, very good. I mean, it's pleasant.
I could have cheated you and told you if I'm Proton PR,
Mm.
I could have told you I pass you the front wheel drive. You won't feel a thing, right?
Yeah.
You didn't
Right.
feel it?
Yeah, I mean,
So-
based on current conditions.
Yeah. So guys, do know this. In daily driving, SUVs like this, normal roads like this, you really don't need four-wheel drive.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have the wrong perception that they thought when they are sitting in a tall car with a tall center of gravity, they thought they need four-wheel drive to be more stable, which is a wrong concept. So four-wheel drive in this application is that when you are in an SUV, the SUV has a taller ride height. It allows you to go to places that are not tarmacked, that are not roads.
Yep.
And inevitably, when you go to those places, you might face situation that you need four-wheel drive to have traction. Hence, doesn't mean that four-wheel drive is crucial for a tall car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But nice to have in bad weather, I would say.
It's a nice to have, lah.
Yeah, nice
it's a nice.
In terms
to
of bad
be-
weather, the nice to have part would be a better tire.
Oh,
I
yeah.
would say, right?
That's the given.
Tire,
Yes.
tire is more
Tires.
important than four-wheel drive.
Yeah.
It's the
Right.
only contact you've got with the ground.
I think a lot of Western journalists have proven that in the snow, you have snow tire.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
On front-wheel drive
Yeah.
or rear-wheel drive,
Yeah.
you will beat Quattro
Yeah.
with summer tires.
Yes,
That's true.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, in the off-road scene, I was a big time 4x4 last time. The two most important things in off-roading:
Yep.
traction, articulation. That's it. So you need the traction. If not, your wheels are just going to spin. There's only so much traction control can do for you.
Correct,
Yeah.
correct, yes.
And you need the articulation to
Yeah.
get over those humps. Now, this car, I would venture to say you could probably attack to a light to almost a medium terrain off-road section. What did you just do? Did you keep it in manual?
No. But I'm driving in economy mode.
So no wonder
Con.
the revs are not hardly even
Con.
registering.
Tell you, if a car has economy mode, comfort mode, and anchor mode, right, he will activate all three.
Uncle.
He would have activated all three, man. This guy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, folks. So that's a bit long for me. 30 minutes. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much, Con. Thank you so much, Bobby.
Thanks,
Please
bro.
go to their channel.
Too long for Chris.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
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 Subscribe. Okay.
Oh, vote for Cars of Malaysia, guys.
Yes.
Vote.
Go to
Yep.
Cars of Malaysia.
Yep.
Go to Cars of Malaysia and vote.
Tell
Vote.
us what are your favorite cars. Tell us also about your current car. Do you like it? Are you happy with the brand experience? And will you buy back from the brand again?
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Would you be a repeat customer to that brand? Yeah. So, and then the results will be coming soon, and then we're going for a drive. Correct?
Yes.
And also, don't forget, Evo Enduro is coming up as well. So, lots of stuff happening.
Save the date, 1st to 5th August.
Cheers. See you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.